What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Dragonflight video for you. So today I was going to upload a completely different video, and I was actually going to make the currently best gold farm in Dragonflight public to you guys, which was actually making over 200k gold per hour. But guess what? Blizzard decided to nerf that farm yesterday, so now that farm is pretty much completely useless. So today I'll be showing you how Blizzard nerfed this very good gold farm, which is also a leveling strategy, and the gold farm itself was based on selling boosts in this place. So basically we had a video available for over a month in my Gold Guide Discord server, which looked like this, and this was the video that was supposed to go public today as well, where we have been farming a lot of gold recently, and it's been a very consistent way to make a lot of gold, at least as of recently in Dragonflight, when a lot of people are now geared out on their main characters and they have done their professions, and a lot of people are just ready to start leveling up alts in the expansion as well. So this farm has been very popular the last couple of weeks, and people have been making hundreds of thousands and even millions of gold by doing this farm. But this farm is basically no longer doable as of right now, at least. There might be some workarounds and other places where you can boost people, but as of right now, this one is pretty much useless, and I'm kind of frustrated about it. I don't really see why they decided to nerf this one, because it's just people having fun, and if they nerf it because people are boosting, I kinda get that point, but then again, maybe they are nerfing it to sell their own boost as they have done in the past, but people are just finding ways to get a lot of experience in the game. But yeah, let's talk about it right now. It is the Cobalt Assembly. So a hotfix came out. This did not happen on the weekly reset. It happened on Friday morning. So there was a hotfix which contained a lot of different things, and this is one of them. The experience granted by enemies associated with the Cobalt Assembly has been greatly reduced, and it's been reduced by a lot, and here are the notes. From the start, the Cobalt Assembly was intended to be a max level feature, and Sundered Flame enemies should not have granted significant amounts of experience. Having a max level player kill enemies while in a party with lower level players who stand around and do nothing but receive experience and repetition is not the sort of gameplay we wish to encourage. We have adjusted the experience rate rather than removing it completely to encourage players to level in more fun, interactive ways, while still leaving this as an option that is no longer the best option. Okay, so first of all, I have both been getting boosted and also been doing boosting at this location, so I'm kind of a bit biased on this. But first of all, they tell us to encourage players to level in more fun and interactive ways. But who are they to tell us what we find fun? If I want to semi-AFK or stand in one location, I might even help to kill the mobs as well. But especially for the guy who's boosting, it can be fun, at least if you find that fun. And like, who are they to tell us what's fun? And when it comes to interactive, I would say this is one of the most types of interactive ways to level. You can definitely do dungeons, which can be interactive, but if you're doing quests or world quests, those are basically non-interactive. You're just questing, going from one level to another, and doing basically no interactions in the open world. If you're buying a boost, you at least have to seek out a booster, talk to that booster, and agree upon a price. And people have been buying boosts left, right, and center, because when it comes to boosting here, like let's say you're charging 10k per level, which is the equivalent of 100k from level 60 to level 70, which is the equivalent of like less than half a WoW token to buy a boost. When it comes to buying boost in the online shop, if you can go here, you can buy a boost over here as well, which is incredibly expensive. Like a level 60 boost will cost you 60 bucks, or the equivalent of 3 WoW tokens. So if a level 60 to 70 boost costs you less than half a WoW token, a lot of people consider that to be worth it, which is why this has been a very good gold making strategy, because there's a lot of people buying these boosts, which means there is a supply and a demand here. There's both a demand to buy the boosts, and there's a supply because people want to farm gold. Now, I kinda get it from a couple of perspectives here. Now, first of all, like if Blizzard wants to sell their own level 70 boost instead, they can't really have an option for people to buy boosts in the game. Also, it feels kind of weird to be level 60 in a intentional level 70 zone as well, so I kinda get that point. But also, if they're trying to fix speed leveling, there's so many other ways to speed level. This is barely gonna make a dent. There's a couple of ways in the Waking Shores where you can pull elites to some NPCs, and those NPCs will help you then kill those elites. And because you're doing this solo, you're getting a bunch of experience from those elites. Like, for example, there's some Tuskar NPCs all the way north, where you can pull both elites and normal mobs, and those NPCs will help you out. You also have the same types of NPCs at the Wingrest Embassy as well, where you can pull some elite dragons down to the NPCs, and they deal a massive amount of damage, and you can basically solo elites super fast. By doing this, you have the same thing happening all the way down here as well, where once again you can pull elites to NPCs, and those NPCs will help you out and kill those NPCs. So if they really wanted to nerf speed leveling in this way, they would have to reduce the experience you get from all elites in the Dragon Isles, not just the Cobalt Assembly. You also have the fact that elemental storms in the Dragon Isles also spawns a bunch of elites in that one location, and right now, even past this nerf, because this nerf right here only affects the Cobalt Assembly, I, as a level 67 character, even though you can't see the storms on the map unless you're level 70, all you have to do is go into pre-made groups and search up storm. Almost always there's going to be a group for the storms, and if there's not, you can log on to a level 70 character, make a group yourself, and then just get a friend to invite you or something, and that way you will now have a group for a storm activity. So even though you can't see them on the map, you can go to the location. I literally did this morning myself, and those mobs gives you between 1.5 and 2k experience, and can give you more as well if you're playing solo instead of being in a group. So if you make a group on your server, for example, you can then leave the group and tag the mobs and get full experience. So there's still a lot of ways to speed level, even though they nerfed this one, and I can't really help but feel like the only thing this will affect is people that are selling boosts, because everyone that's trying to speed level will now just do it at elemental storm locations instead, or they will abuse the NPCs that you can find throughout the Dragon Isles that helps you kill elite and normal mobs while doing quests. But yeah, I wanted to make this video to update you guys, because the people who had my gold guide Discord, for example, if you've been purchasing my Dragonflight Gold Guide, which you can find a link to down below, if you have that one, you would have had access to the best gold farm in the game, which was this one, the 200k plus per hour gold farm, by selling this boost. And I also made a video on this location as a speed leveling location, and because they just nerfed this one, I think it's something that you want to be aware of, and they didn't make the blue post specifically about nerfing this. It is just titled hotfixes, so you had to click on the hotfixes button to read this blue post, so it might be something that is easily missed if you don't click on it. So this way you now know that the Cobalt Assembly is no longer a power leveling method, it doesn't work, and if you were selling the boosts, well, you no longer can. And that is basically the video, guys, just a quick update on the Cobalt Assembly nerf that happened recently and its impact for the future, even though if you want to speed level, there's definitely still methods for you to do so. Let me know what you think about these nerfs in the comments down below. Personally, I think they're a bit too late, because now we're almost 2 months into the expansion. Actually, I think we are 2 months into the expansion, and nerfing this one right now just feels very weird, because a lot of people, myself included, have taken massive advantage of this, and now there's no rollbacks, so anyone who has taken advantage of this will now be several characters at max level ahead of anyone else, even though that doesn't really matter. But it kind of feels like fun detected and fun nerfed. It feels like we find a way to level fast, we find a way to have fun, and then Blizzard comes in and are like, no, stop that. Either way, let me know what you think down below in the comment section, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Dragonflight content. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again very soon.